Hi, this is Lindsay. Welcome back. I have another tutorial for you today, and we are going to be dyeing tags with nail polish, doing a marbled effect. And I made these for a junk journal that I'm working on. Here's a few examples of some ones that, let me move my light a little closer so we get a little more light here. Okay. These are a few examples of some ones that I tried yesterday. They have a lot of texture. Each one comes out a little bit different. Look, that even looks like a heart and didn't even mean to. So, yeah. So I'm going to show you how I did that. You want nail polish, and I would suggest that you either get cheap nail polish, like at the dollar store or something like that, or old. These are just old ones that I had in, I don't really take the time to do my nails most of the time. So we're going to do kind of blues and grays today. And I used my mini die cutting machine to cut out these tags. I used a very heavy kind of a shimmer cardstock. You could use whatever you want. I would suggest a watercolor paper or a heavy cover cardstock because you are dipping it in water. I suppose you could try other weights. I haven't. Maybe we'll test that too, but we're going to be using these. So you want a bowl of water, and I kind of figured out last night when I tried it that you want your bowl to be about as big as whatever you're dipping in. Not that much bigger, because then the nail polish kind of spreads all around and you have to work kind of quickly with it. Otherwise you get more of this globby effect and it dries pretty quickly. So you do have to work quickly, so it works better to have a smaller container. Also use a disposable one that you can either throw out or just keep for crafts because it might stain. Also have a piece of paper or something under what you're doing because the nail polish could get on stuff. So let's give it a try. I'm still learning lots of tips and tricks. One thing I did notice is that you want a nail polish that's rather liquidy. If it's kind of dried out and thick, it won't work because you need to actually drop the color into the water. I saw a tutorial on, sometimes I just kind of did this too. I saw a tutorial and I can't remember who did it, but I saw a tutorial on YouTube and then I kind of just did it myself. Okay, so then you just dip and lift. Here we go. And then each one will get subsequently lighter until you want to add more polish. But that's as simple as it is. You may want to open a window or something. The fumes are already getting to me. But see, that's what happens when it starts to dry. Okay? See that? It gets too dried and then it kind of ruins the tag. So I'm just going to scrape off all that dried stuff so we can start with a fresh layer, and I will probably just throw this tag out. That one's kind of gross. So I'm going to throw this over here, put this on a trash piece. Okay, so that I just did one color. Now I'm going to do two colors. We have, this is gunmetal. Let's see if this is, yep, this will work. I pulled out a color yesterday that absolutely didn't work. It was so thick I couldn't get it out. So I'm going to add a little bit of gunmetal and then a little bit of the blue that we were just using. You do have to go really fast. So have your tags and everything prepared. Okay, let's start dipping. Whoa, my, that is amazing. Every single one comes out different. Sorry if I'm going fast. I will show all of them up close when I'm done. But like I showed you, if we don't go fast, what happens? All right, now this one is still okay, but as you can see, it's starting to dry. So I'm gonna take this old tag that we were throwing out and just scrape all of that off. Now let's try, I have not tried a glitter polish before, so we're experimenting together. This is Pure Ice Strapless is the color, and let's see what glitter does. Wow, I don't know if this is gonna work. It's more liquid glitter than anything. Oof. All right, so I got some of that going on. Grab a big tag, dip, and lift. Okay, that's interesting. But I think I want to add a little more of non-glitter with it so that we have a little bit of each. Hopefully I don't pass out from the fumes here. All right. The other thing you can do is when you drop in the polish, if you move quickly, you can grab, I just have a plastic disposable fork here, you can kind of move it around a little bit and kind of make a slightly marbled effect. Let's see what that does. Cool. Okay. It's starting to, the glitter polish is starting to dry and get a little clumpy, so we're going to scrape that out. Some of it goes to the bottom. I'm not sure why. I'm just leaving it down there. All right, so now we're going to try something else. I'm experimenting here with you. Okay, we're going to take just the gunmetal. We're going to do one big drop and then just kind of break that one drop off. See if we can make a very light marbled gray effect on this. Okay, that kind of made that pattern. Now I want to go in with a second color. One drop. That one kind of dispersed itself, so I'm not going to use my fork, and then I'm going to use part of the, dip in part of the tag. There we go. And then we're going to go back in with the glitter. Just pour a little bit in. I find pouring works better sometimes. Take my fork and, whoop, that dried super fast. So, still learning what not to do. That did not work. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay. And we're going to dip in part of the blank part of the tag, and it added some glitter. So every single tag is better, or different is what I mean to say, and some of them you are going to like better than others. But let's take a look at all these a little more closely. They will dry if you just set them out. Let's see if I can get this to focus. There's that one, and you'll see the little water and bubble effects. And if you look at these ones that are already dry, let me show you. This is dry, but you can see the little bubble effects. This would be amazing for an under the sea journal or something like that. Okay. Here's this one. Here's a mini one. This one we just did gray and glitter. It's still drying. As you can see, the possibilities are endless. I'm only working with blues and grays on this one, but think about if you added in other colors. Like I did some of the pink over there. This one I love. I love the marbled effect on that. This one's super light because this was a second or a third dip, which you can get if you dip them very quickly. Let me come over here so you can see these. And I'm going to take you over here to the journal I'm working on. Oh, you just saw my baby toys in the background. And I'm going to show you where I used one of those tags in a journal. This is the Paris journal I'm working on. You're getting a little bit of a sneak peek. If I can find where I put that tag. I worked on more pages today than I thought. It's got to be here somewhere. Here somewhere. Okay, I missed it. Well, you're getting a big sneak peek then. Here it is. Okay. So here's an example of using it in a journal. I loved this pink. Since it's a Paris journal, this kind of looked like makeup to me, you know, nail polish. And so it can slip right in there with your other tags and ephemera. I hope that's a tutorial that you can use. And it's one that you can use in all your projects. Maybe I will test it with some other papers and other colors in another video in the future. If you're interested in any of that, please let me know and I'll see what I can do.